The best, most expensive, and most famous of everything can be found in Nisantasi. It's a neighborhood that stands on its own. Its elegant avenues are lined with Art Nouveau apartment buildings, luxury shops, art galleries, and patisseries. Nisantasi's residents range from the old Istanbul families, writers, and intellectuals to prominent figures of the Turkish jet set culture and the newer expat community. The name Nisantasi means target stone. It's symbolized by the obelisks around the district. The Sultan soldiers used it for target practice during the early years of the Republic. Nisantasi has become one of the city's most distinguished districts.
İnsanlar çok değişmedi. Belirli kültüre sahip insanlar her zaman için burada oturuyor. Genelde işte yazarlarımız, ülkenin ileri gelen insanların oturduğu, belli bir kültüre ve değerlere sahip insanların oturduğu bir bölge. O yüzden biz çok mutlu olarak çalışıyoruz burada her zaman için. Müşterilerimize genelde sorun yaşamayız o yüzden. Nişantaşı'nda oturuyoruz. Ben Nişantaşı'nda doğdum. Evet, eski Nişantaşı. Eskiden buradaki binalar ahşap binalardı. Şu an mağazanın bulunduğu binada 3 katlı bir ahşap bir konak şeklindeydi. Nişantaşı'nda birçok konak ahşap binalar vardı benim çocukluk dönemimde. Ve benim çocukluk dönemimde tabii ki bu kadar bir yoğun bir insan kalabalıklığı yoktu ama yine nezih insanlar vardı. Bu kadar çok kafe yoktu. Bu 40 yıl içinde de pek bir şey değişmedi. Bizim müşterilerimiz artık gençken bizimle alışveriş yapan müşterilerimiz şu anda yaşlanmış insanlar. Ama biz halen onlarla beraber aynı alışveriş sistemine devam ediyoruz. Onlar bize güveniyorlar. Ve aynı o güveni devam ettiriyoruz. Güzel bir sokaktayız. Bir de Şakayık Sokak ismi meşhur şakayık çiçeklerinin olduğu bir sokaktır. Kimse çok kişi bilmez Şakayık'ın ne olduğunu bile. Vali Konağı Caddesi'nin olması sebebi de işte valinin evi buradadır. Konağıdır burası zaten. Yani tarihi ve eskiyi yansıtan bir değerdir o binada. Nişantaşı güzel, keyifli bir yerdir.
Burcu Bekrek was an honor student both at her university in Turkey and while doing her master's in Milan. She is a young designer with a shop in the heart of Nisantasi.
Then I turned back to my hometown Istanbul and I opened my own store in Nisantasi as the name Burcu Bekrek Fashion Studio. Right now I'm just working here every day. The name of the collection is Introversa in Italian and in English Introverted. It's coming from a psychology, a woman who is a little bit antisocial, a little bit fragile, and in the social life she can't adapt it into the social life, and she looks so much strong, but inside of her soul she is keeping a fragile woman with this kind of borders that we made with handcrafts. We try to tell that, okay, I'm a bold woman, a dark woman, but inside of my soul I'm just turning much more pastel colors, much more emotional, just try to discover my soul, something like that. I try to reflect my own character. Every time it will be like that, a powder pink, grays, a grey marl, anthracite, black and cream will always be our colors. And this 63 pieces of collection is not just fall winter. There are also spring summer, like this one, also a spring summer dress, but with a shirt and with a coat you can just layer, wear and go outside at winter time. So because of global warming we try to design lots of things by layer system. You can create different looks when it's cold or when it's hot. You know, Nisantasi, the fashion part of Istanbul is cut into two parts, Galata and Nisantasi. The women who are buying something at Galata is totally different than the Nisantasi type of woman. And of course Kadıköy and Bağdat Street is totally different. And in Nisantasi I think the social economical level is much more higher than the other parts. So as a young Turkish designer, first you have to come to somewhere in your city, then you can go to
abroad.
Yes, abroad.
Amelie Edgü is well known in the Istanbul art world. She is the curator of Milli Resan's gallery, where she both exhibits local and international art and produces luxurious publications. An old-time expat, she divides her time between Istanbul and Bodrum.
Oh, I have been here already since 1967. Well, when I say here, I am of course based in Istanbul because I'm working at, as I told you, at Milli Resan's art gallery. But we also are based in Bodrum, and I go there very, very often because we have a beautiful house there, a beautiful garden. My cats are in Bodrum, but I am living here all by myself in Teşvikiye. Well, I am here since 1993 already. Yeah, it's a long time. And we have made, I think, about 140 exhibitions in them. And for every exhibition, we are making also a book. So we are doing exhibitions on painting, sculpture, but also mostly now photography, design, and architecture. I studied art. And so I was in the art field, but of course I've done so many things since I'm in Turkey. My husband and myself also, we had a gallery in Beyoğlu, so I was always in the art field. We were always buying art, selling art. Because at the moment there are nearly, well, I think 600 galleries in Istanbul. Everybody is doing painting, everybody is doing sculpture. And we are not a commercial gallery. So it is a gallery of Milli Resan. It's an reinsurance company, and so we don't have to sell art. So that's why we show something that nobody can show. Because, well, photography from Latin America, for instance, because that's a rather expensive exhibition. Exhibitions from France, from Germany. And also we are working together now very much with Finland. For instance, we will have in 2012, that will be the design year in Turkey. We will have an exhibition from Finland of Marimekko, that's Texas. I love Teşvikiye. I love Teşvikiye. Why? Because for me, well, I'm a certain age already, and it is very easy to get everything I want in Teşvikiye. I don't even have to go to Nisantasi. I have my bakery there. I have my my coiffeur there. I have shooter. I mean, I'm buying my my ham and my eggs and my well, everything. Of course, I'm always coming here because of the gallery also. But also before that, I was coming to Teşvikiye. But then it was not an area like it was now. Now it is very much upgraded. Even the little Atifiye Sokak next to us. Is upgraded. It's beautiful. I mean, you can walk there without traffic, and that is lovely. I mean, they should do all Teşvikiye without traffic effect. But of course, this is impossible. It's, well, the art scene in Istanbul is developing in a speed that is absolutely incredible. I mean, there are very many young artists now. And also, young businessmen are earning money now, and they want to invest that in a certain way. So that's why it is an investment now. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be, you know, in Turkey, when I came to Turkey, there were not all those very big houses like you have now. Now you have houses of 600, 700,000 square meters. And of course, you have to decorate them. The Turkish painters used to paint small works, but in those huge houses you needed very big works. So those people, those businessmen mostly, they started to buy big paintings, and they were produced by very young artists. And so, yeah, Turkish artists, yes. It's still a very Turkish market. Still, we made a wonderful book about cars and the region between Kars and the Black Sea, for instance. We even made a book about Milas and the villages, the Chomagda villages.
Is there anything special that you miss?
Oh yes, well, I miss, of course, the Dutch licorice, the dropjes. Yeah, and of course, my family also, and my friends who are in Holland. But of course, I have friends also in Australia and America, in France, so it doesn't matter so much anymore.
My father was a school director, my mother was teaching sewing. That's how they met. And so sewing machine was all the time working at home. All my family's in education. So I just combined both of them and being school director here in Istanbul. It's about the brand. It's about the brand.
The brand.
The brand.
Okay.
People here wear more brand. You see them with brand bags, brand shoes, and also it's more expensive here.
Right.
There is, you want to have a tea on Adipik tea, it's 7 lira. So it's just about the brand here.
Right.
Getting a bag of that brand make you that person. You are not who you are according to what you have. So you decide to be in this group of person, wearing this kind of brand, going to that kind of place, and then you become that person. You are not your person by yourself, you are by imitating what the others do and belong to a group of person who's wearing the same bags, brand, who's going to same places to go out, to going to same restaurants, who driving the same cars, who going to same place on holidays. They like to do the same thing together. The school is in Nisantasi. School was here. It's the center of fashion of Istanbul. All the big international brands are there. And also many Turkish designers open stores all around. So it's very nice to go to check the fashion all around here. It's a nice place to live. It's more European. The architecture also reminds me a bit of Paris in that time. On the weekend it's getting very crowded. On Sunday, it's very quiet. Usually on the weekdays, you know, there's a lot of traffic here around. But being here, working here, living here, it's very enjoyable, very, very enjoyable. Just I feel sometimes that I'm living in a very small world. Working in Nisantasi and living here, anyway, I have to go take a walk to Taksim or go down to Beşiktaş or go in Fulya, go in Şişli, visit around. Everything is so close. Everything is so close. Vogue organized in the last fall fashion out. One night of out fashion in all Istanbul. So it was very, very nice to go out in the street and see people dressed and having fun, having some live DJ. Same thing happened in the New Year. I mean, everybody put effort together to make the things nice. I think they made a big carpet on the Adipekçi. I've been there a few years ago. I think there's 3 million people there on the New Year. Yeah. It's been 13 years and a half already. Yeah. Time's flying. School, we are the first international fashion school in Istanbul. We arrived here in 1993. We opened the doors to you to do some new things, to understand what they're doing. That's what are the best quality of the school, is that we are not teaching, you have to learn this and that. You have to understand what you're doing. Because when you understand the simple thing, then you can understand more complicated, and you can understand everything at the end. This is how it's worked. There is no how, they think I know everything. I don't know everything. I'm thinking with them, I'm showing what you think if we do like this, or what we think if we do like that. Is it how you want it to be. You know, I'm not the student, but I give the keys, I show the tools, I give the directions. But I don't know. I'm not the one who say I know everything.
Gülnur Paksoy is an internationally renowned designer, her creations resembling works of art, taking inspiration from traditional Ottoman design. The pieces she designs are one-off. The dyes are all made from vegetable colors, and many are original restored antique fabrics. Paksoy is also a chef and has recently published an award-winning cookbook.
1989'da taşındım İstanbul'a. O gün bugündür hem Teşvikiye'de hem de bu sokaktayım ve Abdi İpekçi'deyim. Biraz Abdi İpekçi'de oturdum. Onun dışında da hep Atiye sokaktayım. Nişantaşı bana göre çok rahat bir semt. Bir kere çok elit bir semt. Özellikle eski hali benim daha önce tanıdığım Nişantaşı. Ve yalnız yaşayan insanın çok rahat yaşayabileceği, her türlü ihtiyacını anında karşılayabileceği bir yer. Burada işim de burada olduğu için bir kere trafik sorunu da benim için bayağı azalmış oluyor. Hemen hemen trafik tıkanıklığıyla pek ilgim yok İstanbul'da ki bu büyük bir şans mutlaka. Ama Nişantaşı'nda şey gibi böyle sokağa çıktığım anda herkes tanıyor. Her işimi küçük bir telefon konuşmasıyla halledebiliyorum. Hatta telefonda sesimi tanıyorlar. Yani ben onlara falan adrese falan şeyi gönder demeden devamlı alışveriş ettiğim yerler sesimi tanıyor. Mesela bir maydanoz istiyorum dediğimde hemen gelebiliyor. Bu çok büyük bir şans ve hoş bir şey. Ama ben sadece Teşvikiye'de bu sokaktan bahsetmiyorum. Yani daha geniş çevresinde. Sonra işte sergi alanları var, birçok galeri var. Kardeşlerimin iş yerleri buralarda. Yani yaşamın merkezi gibi neredeyse Nişantaşı. Yani ben Nişantaşı'nın bir benzerleri gibi, bazı benzerleri gibi sadece barların, restoranların falan olduğu, sokakta sadece eğlenmek için var olunan bir yer olmasını istemem. Nişantaşı bir kültürün, sanatın merkezi olmalı. Öyle bir yer zaten. Ama şöyle bir şey var, belki onu söylemek lazım. Ben şeyi bekliyorum, hani Paris'in yeşil çatıları vardır ya, bir zamanlar özendirmek için uğraşılmış. Ben de yeşil çatılar bekliyorum kendim, böyle bir yerde oturuyorum. Ama etraftan herkesin seyrettiği bir bahçe var orada. Niye ben başka yerlerdekini seyredemeyim? Ben de istiyorum, yani ben de yeşil balkonlar, yeşil teraslar görmek istiyorum. Oksijeni artırmak için, yani bu kadar tüketirken, bu kadar karbondioksit salınımı varken dünyada, yeşili kaldırmak ya da yeşile özendirmemeyi çok da yanlış buluyorum.
I really wanted to be an opera singer. My voice was good. My father was a very good musician. He used to play a lot of, instruments, and he had a lot of Turkish songs. I mean, he composed them, and they were, just we could hear over the radio. There was no television then. Well, actually, Monica, they were both, the families were very distinguished, you see. Like my mother's father was educated in Paris, which was very, very, not every people would go to Paris. There were 5 boys, all having different nurses, the father. Yeah. And then with the scholarship of Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna, I went to London University to work as a postdoctorate, you see. And then nuclear medicine, yeah. I worked actually on poppy plants, morphine, which was a very, very interesting subject. Now, morphine is turned into anoxides, right? But we don't know. Because if you want to say, this is it, you have to find another way and prove it. Now it's all different, you know. Yeah. First of all, everyone would know each other. Just say hello to each other, you know, one to the other. And we were like friends, and distinguished people lived here, you see. Really distinguished people lived here. Now it's all changed. You know, they were very interested in you. Yes. And you were interested in them as well.
When I grew up, I was living in Ankara, and every holiday I came to Istanbul to visit my uncle and cousins. They were living in very close to this shop, and I always loved this area because it was so character of its own, which we don't have in Ankara. At that time it was only a residential area. There are some little boutiques, but not like that. At the moment it's flourishing. So I always wanted to live in Nisantasi as a child dream or something, you can say, I think. 1989 to today, we are making jewelry. My jewelry is simple. I like different materials, and the simple solutions with them, and I don't know, sometimes the idea takes you somewhere, sometimes the material takes you somewhere. We have our own clients. They are not from the passers from the street, but people who know you come and ring the bell mostly. Mostly advertisement people, artists or architects or something like that. We were in this very spot since '96, and when we moved to this shop, on the street there were only Gönül Paksoy and us. Other than the rest is little pastry shops and nothing on design or jewelry design or anything. But now it's suddenly became the Diamond Street or something like that.